Hi AP. Okay, let's look at frame 347. Learn this principle. When the bass moves up by a third, one voice part may move in parallel thirds to the bass. This is going to result in a doubled third, which is okay. You might want to do this just to create a more melodious line for the voice parts to sing, rather than static motion. So let me show you the original way we've been doing this so far. First, let's write in our triads. We'll need ACE, CEG, DFA, FAC, GBD, and B, D, F sharp because of the slash through the 5. Okay. So now, let's go back to the first example. I've got a C in the bass. Let's assume we should double the root. We'll keep it in the same voice, the tenor. And then we have the altos can go down to a G. And then the sopranos can stay on the E, so we've retained the common tones. Now, this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this, okay? But it's boring. Simply because you have the tenor voice and the soprano voice in static motion. So in this case we've doubled the root, but since the bass is moving by a third, what we can do is actually, instead of putting the C there, we can double the third, which creates a more interesting line. And it will sound different when you play it on the piano as well. So that's allowed and that's acceptable. In this particular frame, they actually want you to double the third. So let's try the second example. We have DFA and we have to go to FAC. So what are we going to do? Well, let's keep the A here in the tenor voice. We have one root, one third. We need one more third, and we need the fifth. The third is an A. I don't want to put that in the alto because it would be a big leap that can be avoided. So what if we put the fifth in the alto, and instead of doubling the root here in the soprano, because of that static motion it creates with the soprano and the tenor, what I can do is take this F and move it up to double the third, which is less static motion. And that's also acceptable. Here we have a third, and here we have a third with only one root and one fifth. In the last example, we have to build a B, D, F sharp triad. Let's keep the D in the alto, and let's put the D, the other third, in the tenor, and let's put the F sharp in the soprano, so that you only have one voice staying the same and the other three voices are moving. This is a good example. Now, what do I mean by voice parts moving in parallel thirds? I'm going to show you with a different color pen what I'm talking about. So let's get this back enlarged. The bass here in the first chord, the A to the C is the interval of a third. And then the bass to the tenor is the interval of a third. That's when the voices may move in parallel thirds. Here in this example, you have the bass and the soprano moving in thirds. And here, in the last example, you have the bass and the tenor moving in thirds. And they're moving in thirds because we decided to double the third in the second chord, not double the root in the second chord. So hopefully that clears up some confusion regarding frame 347. Thanks for watching.